All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second day of the Maryland 8-Ball Championship 2018 at our host location, Bank Shop Bar and Grill in Laurel, Maryland. We're getting ready to watch a great match here between two local favorites. Either one of these guys have a chance to win this tournament. On your left is Rick Molineiro, and on your right is Tony Long. They're getting ready to lag for the break. This is the, not sure what round number it is, but these guys are both on the one-loss side. They got a little bit longer battle. This is it's 10 o'clock on Sunday, so this is the first round for Sunday. Tony won the lag here. So this is a alternating break format. You can't win or lose on the break. It's open till a called shot. There's no loss if you scratch on the 8 unless you make the 8 at the same time. So Tony's going to be getting ready to break here. Oh, let me reset these scores. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Bear with me just a moment. All right, so it's we'll populate in just a sec. There we go. So in this case, the incoming player has the option of breaking or allowing his opponent to continue his break. So Rick can either break here or not. So Rick and Tony are obviously friends. So right now, it's actually kind of interesting. Rick was telling Tony to go ahead and break, and Tony is saying, "No, Rick, go ahead and break. You would do that against anybody else, so don't do that against me." And somebody on the table next to him is also convincing Rick to go ahead. So double check when I gets his. Yeah. So Rick will actually have the opportunity to break 2 times in a row now. Had it happen in the middle of the rack, he could break 3 times in a row. Bear with me for a second here. I'll get back to you guys in a second. I'm trying to share these links on Facebook. So just the action that we have going on around us. On one table to the right, we have Ponytail Joe versus, I'm not sure, I'm going to have to get this guy's name. Table down from that, we have Joe Wright versus Josh McCulley. 2 tables to my left, I got Freddie Greenwell versus Mike Sala. Table behind me, Thomas Haas is playing RJ. Can't see everybody else's faces here. So in the description, I got a link to the On the Hill Productions website. If you go to that link, you can click on the live stream page, and at the bottom of that live stream page, there's a link to the brackets. So Rick gets the first win here after Tony's miscue on his break. So not only did he take a break from Tony, he broke and ran out, and now he's breaking again. All right, so I just heard him call Thomas Haas. So he may have just been practicing with RJ over there. So Rick's break, he breaks dry. Tony's got an opportunity to back at the table here. The 5-15's tied up on the side rail down toward where Tony's standing. And you also have the 10 ball, 8 ball, and 3 ball that are tied up right near the head spot. Sorry about that. Had to take a phone call. So Tony shoots himself into a little bit of a rough spot here. He's probably just going to push his 13 up to the 1, leave the cue behind the 2, but there's a little bit of an angle, so he may not be able to actually get it to that spot. The 2 ball pushes toward the 8 ball, but I think it hits the rail first, so I don't know if he can get it all the way there. He's got a little gap there, so he's going to call a bank shot on a 13. And that's a shot that is pretty impressive. I don't know if he played it off that cue ball like that or not. And Rick was wondering the same thing, and Tony said, yeah, that's the only way I can do it. Tony's a pretty talented one-pocket player, so I don't doubt at all that that's what he was trying. And he couldn't quite get to the 8 ball even after he... What an awesome shot, and then he can't get to the 8 ball. Rick's got a pretty easy run out here. The only ball which isn't even really a factor, the 3-5 with the 8, but the 3 ball goes past the 8, and the 5 ball is wide open, so you just got to get down below the 8 to where you can actually see the 5. Shouldn't be an issue for him. Yeah, Timmy, this is live, and Russian Kenny is still in it. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up the current version of the charts right now, and I'll tell you where he stands. So Kenny's going to be playing at 11. He's still on the winner side, and he'll be playing Jay Davis. That's actually Jay Davis threw off a couple of us. Jay Davis is actually Mike Davis. So he's got a tough match ahead of him. So that'll be game number 2 in Rick's favor. So let's go back once and see if we can watch a replay. So he draws this cue ball back off the 13, banks the 13 straight into it, plays a timing shot, 13 kisses off the cue ball, and drops right in. Unfortunately, Tony's hooked behind the 2 ball after he makes that shot and doesn't actually have a clean shot on the 8 ball. Made a good hit on it, but not enough to get him out of the rack. Hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe so you get notifications when I start these new videos. So I'm not sure. I don't have anything to do with the scheduling of the tables or anything. There's a lot of pretty good winner side matches. There's a lot of good loser side matches as well. So I'm not sure which one they're planning on putting on. Yeah, still on the winner side. Yeah, some of the names I gave before, I think a lot of these guys were just practicing. But Sean Tony versus Freddie Greenwald on the winner side. James Blackburn versus Jay Hilbrund on the winner side. John Moody Sr. versus, hang on, let's zoom in here. S. Reams. Then you got Russian Kenny versus Mike Davis. Derek Swagger versus Tim Tanana. Pookie versus Ronnie Alcano. That'll be another really good match. Alex Allinger versus Clint Clayton. And Brett Stottlemyre versus Brian Dietzenbach, all on the winner's side. Those matches are scheduled to start around 11. So Tony tried to play it safe there and had a little fail. Gave him ball in hand. So the loser side matches, Scott Haas and D West. I'm zoomed out. I'm looking at two different laptops, so bear with me here. Then the winner of that will go on to play Gary Muhammad. Hey Linda, how you doing? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Tim, if you like that slow-mo playback effect, you don't get that with a lot of pool matches. I don't get to as many events as what I'd like to. This is just a more of a hobby for me. But I like to keep this stuff as good a quality as I can. We'll call that a trade secret. So shots like that when they're one of the differences in Tony's style of play and Rick's style of play, not that either one of them can't make those shots, but Rick's more of a 14-1 straight pool player, and Tony's definitely more of a one pocket player. So those kind of shots you'll see come from Rick, whereas that bank shot like Tony played off, that's more his style shot. You won't see something like that from Rick. So he's a little bit stuck here. He could certainly pocket this 14 ball, but it doesn't leave him much of an option on the 10 ball because he's on the wrong side of the 14. He may bank this. There you go. He called it up right as I'm saying. He's going to bank this 14 cross side and try to roll down into the 10 ball. His angle's a little bit off. He may be rolling to the right-hand side. No, he's okay. He's going to change it up and play it safe. He's probably thinking the same thing I was. He's rolling to the right side of the 10 ball, so he's not necessarily going to open up that pocket, and he's not necessarily doesn't know where he's going to wind up. And the 8 ball's all tied up in Tony's balls. And one ball staying there, that might hurt him. And Tony, a lot of times, will play aggressive. Plays great safes, but a lot of times he'll play aggressive as well. So he was taking playing a two-way shot there. I think if he made that ball, he was going to try to run out. So if Rick plays this right, he's actually going to hook Tony behind the 10 ball. He wants to try to hit that rail first and then hit the 10 ball, pocket the 1 ball. If he hits the 14, he still might get the safe. But he's in a much better position if he touches that 10 ball to make the 1 ball. He's got to slow roll this and play this lag speed. And that's a little bit firm, but he still should be okay. He got away with it, that 10 ball, that the 10 ball didn't pop up and didn't give him a shot on the 3 ball. Tony can see his balls, though. In my opinion, he should have hit that a little bit softer, and then the cue ball has no chance of coming out. So Tony did have a clear shot on the 4. I couldn't see that from my perspective. I'm sitting about table height, about 10 or 12 feet from the table. The camera's actually up much higher than I am. So from this point, I fully would expect Tony to be able to run out from here. 6 ball should be below the 8 ball to hit to our left-hand corner down by Tony. The 2 ball may or may not go past the 14. I can't tell from here. We'll see how he plays this shot. I'm sure he's already looked at it. So he's looking at those balls now. The 2 ball goes in the side. 2 ball goes back up in the corner once he moves the 5. He's got a couple different options with that. So it looks like the 2 ball. Well, still can't tell. He's probably going to come back down and play for the 6 now. And he didn't quite get there. So he shouldn't have a problem rolling that 6 down toward the 10 ball and floating the cue ball down behind the 8. But he's a far more talented player than I am, so he may see some things that I don't see. Throwing a couple tables down from us. Let's see, give me 1 sec. Wow, what a shot. That's what I mean when I say he's a far better player than me. To be able to see that kind of safe, that's pretty impressive. So anyhow, there was an argument a couple tables down. I'm not sure who Mike was playing. Mike Sala. There was an argument over the score about who touched it and who marked the score, and somebody was saying that they cheated the other one out of a game. Good kick shot by Rick right there. Left Tony a shot on 2, but blocked him from being able to make the 6. This is some great play action right here. Tony's calling this bank shot. Or no, he's calling the cut, I'm sorry. And he hit it well. 8 ball. Looks like the edge of the 8. Real close, but I think you can still see it. And Rick gives that 8 ball to Tony. So we'll go to the replay on Tony's last save. Hits this ball firm. Plays the 2, caroms the 2 off the 6, and parks it right in front of the 14. Brings the cue ball, couple rails. That's an amazing shot. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video on Facebook, on Twitter, on any of the social media feeds that you guys do, any groups that you guys are involved in for pool. Let's get as many likes and subscribes as we can. If he, all right, Linda. So let's see. Joe is doing. If he wins this match, then you'll come down to bank shots. Well, why wouldn't you just come down to bank shots anyway? But I will definitely let you know. I'm not sure where they're at in their score right now. But it's Joe's break. Ah, okay. So Rick's table left a pretty wide open table. Right now he's just trying to evaluate and see which choice he likes better. The high ball choice definitely leaves him a straightforward run. He doesn't have to do much work with the cue ball. I'm going to float this up table and play the 13. I don't know if I would have gone around the balls like that. 13 does cut past the 4. It's tight. But then he can also back cut the 14. And then he can also see the 9 ball. The 9 ball does go in a corner. And that's what he's going to go with, is 9 ball. Oh, I'm sorry, 10 ball. I guess both of those balls won. Tim, thanks for the like and share. Appreciate it. And you were the first ones on, so I'm guessing that you're already subscribed. So I'm not sure that he's looking at the 15 there. He's got a good shot on the 15. He wanted a little more angle on this 13 when he hit it. Now he's going to have to draw straight back. Even though he's got a little angle here, just a slow roll up for the 9 ball. A little touch off the rail, and he's out here. Going to make it 3-1, Rick. So the argument over the match earlier, that was Jay Veronic and Mike Sala. So Tony with a good break. They're fairly wide open. He's got 2 shots on high balls, and he's got a couple shots on low balls if he wanted it. The 10-14 down there on the end of the table, I think they look like they're straight in, so he can play the combo with ease. So he's going to go with high balls here. He's probably going to play that combination now. And that tied up a little closer than he wanted, but the 12 ball still goes. The 10 ball also still goes, so he can shoot either one of these and come right back up and shoot the next one if he wants. Should float this up table here, and he's going to shoot probably the 9 ball. He's not happy with the angle, so he's going to have a choice here. You could pocket this 9 ball in the corner and just float across the table and shoot both the 15 and the 11 straight down. Okay, so he's saying he was playing for the 15 off of the 10 ball, so he didn't roll up high enough for what he wanted. So Tony's hard to read sometimes when he's shooting. He's got a very, very casual approach to the table. It doesn't matter if he's playing a shot for $10,000 or if he's playing a shot for a shot of apple pie. He has the same demeanor and never looks stressed. So it's definitely hard to read when he's really bothered by a shot. I mean, obviously the reaction rate after you can tell. But Rick, on the other hand, you can see when Rick gets frustrated with himself and Rick looks confident. He's got a real good tempo to him. He's not shooting too fast, not shooting too slow. Despite the score, even if it was even right now, I think Rick looks a little more comfortable at the table. That little float out shot came pretty much right where he wanted it. Have a little couple inches of drawback here. And he can just take the slower shot and let this turn off the rail a little bit and cut the 8 ball right back where he's at. Or he may try to move this and come across, back across the table and shoot the 8 ball in the left-hand corner. And that one was a little lighter than what he was hoping for. So Rick's not happy. He's got a little bit of sticky hand situation. He makes the 8, but he follows it in with the scratch, and that's one of the few times you lose. If he would have scratched without making it, it would not have been a loss. But since he made the ball and scratched, it is a loss. Rick had a miss in the first rack, but that's the first real mistake that he's made. Go. So Joe Wright, 2 tables down, had a victory over Josh McCulley. I think that might be the only other match that's done that started at 10. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that Mike Salem match. So this is still an open table. He's going to elect to take the 7 ball in the corner. And he just outright missed that ball. Couldn't make up his mind. I think the 6 ball was the main one that was holding him up. No, the 6 and the 5 both were kind of holding him up. But now the furniture is completely rearranged. I think the high balls may be the better ball choice now. Well, that's still a tough call. I think the high balls are a better choice if the cue ball was in a little bit better position. He doesn't really have a straight shot to a high ball. So he's going to be forced to take the low balls here, I think. He's got the 2 ball and the 1 ball that's tied up above the 13. This would be an interesting choice. The 4-3 where they're at, they both go in the side pockets. They don't go in either one of the corner pockets, but that makes it, they're so close together, it makes it tough to play position to break out the 1-2. If he does shoot this 7, he may try to move this 1-2 right here. They may be going for the 4 ball on the side on this one. And force follow through and shoot the 6 back up to where we are. Yeah, I think that's what he was trying. He didn't quite get there. Still an open table. Unusual to see 2 players this caliber that are actually shooting at the ball, and we still have an open table. He's actually got a line on this 4 ball that he can follow down and break out the 1-2, but if he does do that, he may have a shot on a 3, he may have a shot on the 7, but there's still a lot of traffic there. He may be tied up. If he shoots the 14, it allows him to put the cue ball more where he wants to get his next shot. He's going to come over that side of the table there, and now he's actually in a pretty good position because he can play the combo, the 15-9, and then break out the 13. He's got a lot of options from this point. Yeah, so he should be shooting this 15-9 now and bust out the 13. And then he's also got the 12 ball that he can shoot. He doesn't have to hit this. He doesn't have to hit this very hard. Sometimes guys will hit this shot hard just to make sure they get it broken out. But if he's confident he's going to touch his 13, he may just push it over to the side and float the cue ball down a couple inches and then shoot the 12 ball in the opposite side. It looks like he may be drawing into it a little bit to make it though, so he's just got to be careful he doesn't get stuck on the rail. Okay, so the way he just looked at it, that actually makes me think he might be going straight into the 4. Yeah, so if he draws into the 13, he's going to wind up on the bottom rail. Well, that's something completely different than anything I was looking at. He's going to bank the 12 ball back to his left-hand side, to our right side of it. And then he's probably going to bank the 13 ball. That's a shot that most people are going to bet on Tony to make that every time. As I'm going to turn the mic off for a minute, I'll be back with you in just a second. Alright, folks, I'm back with you now. So after a couple safes there, Rick kept control of the table, and that should earn him the victory for this game. Alright, 4-2, and it's now Tony's break. Remember, this is a alternating break format. Can't win or lose on the break. It's a race to 6. So he does make a ball, so he's going to keep control of the table here. No clear way to go here. I believe the 9 ball has a small window to get past the 3 ball. Hard to see from here, but I think the high balls may be a better ball choice. He likes the low balls. Alright, so well, if he makes, no, this is called shot. So even though he made that 13, it's now Rick's turn. It's still an open table. With that 13 ball gone, that definitely makes the low balls a better choice. The 4 ball passes the 10 ball. If he's on this side of the table or below the 15, the 7 ball does go. But then he's also got opportunity to move either the 7 or the 15 off the 3 ball or off the 4 ball. He's going to shoot the 3 ball and come up and bump the 15. To me, it looks like that shot's still a very doable shot. I'm not sure what he doesn't like about it. Maybe the 14 ball has the edge of it and you can't see it right. And that's not going to help him out. He can still see the top of the 7, but he can't see it to make it. I think Rick may kick this one rail and try to edge the back of the... Okay, now he's going to shoot straight at the 7-ball here. I think I like playing a one-rail kick and leaving the cue ball down on that bottom rail. Hey, if any of you guys are having a hard time hearing me or anything, put a comment in the text and I can change it for you. I'm not sure what his reaction was there. I don't think that's what he intended to do. I think he got a little lucky. I think he was actually trying to get the cue behind a 3. Yeah, he definitely got lucky there. So he should have enough room now on both the 7-ball and between the 15 and 9-14 that he should be able to make it. Timmy Kahn and Eric Gonzalez are getting ready to play on table 1. RJ Carmona and Derek Day are getting ready to play on table 2. Scott Haas and Gary Muhammad are getting ready to play on table 5. Brian Jones and Jose Mendez are getting ready to play. Didn't hear what table number they were on. Mike Soleil and Rob Metz are getting ready to play on table 11. Joe Wright and Chris Kyle are going to be playing on table 12. Thomas Haas and Dave Stanley will be playing on table 13. Tony plays a pretty easy safe there. Should get him at least one more chance back at the table. This ball is kickable. Rick's probably going to call this ball in the corner and just try to kick it straight in. I'm going to try and get you guys as much volume as I can on the microphone and all. But if you guys start to hear the music in the background, put a comment in the text for me so I don't get a copyright violation. Even though it has nothing to do with what we're doing here, any music in the background, YouTube will, they're a pain in the butt about it. So he misses it altogether, gives up ball in hand. He almost edged the 8. If he would have just barely edged that 8, he had a good chance to scratch. But that, in this format, is not a loss. It just winds up in ball in hand anyway. So Joe told me, he's like, look, I'm going to give you a commentator for the rest of the day. That's some bullshit, Josh. Thanks, Linda. That's some bullshit, Josh. It is a little. I'll be back. I really. So, what'd you do last night? I know that. I mean, what'd you do? Anything? Oh, no, I didn't actually. Oh, really? I went there to play craps for a little bit. Alrighty then. I missed it. I'm guessing Tony won that. Yeah, that's. Sorry, I turned my head for a second. 4-3, Tony. You said Tony won that last one, right? I'm sorry, 4-3, Rick. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. He had a rough time tonight. Hopefully, he keeps it. Thank you. Who's he playing? Pile or Pile? I thought he was playing the American Sniper. Well, would be kind of interesting nickname American Pool Sniper. Oh, a brief intermission here. I think Rick had to go wee wee. All right, man. We are back in the action with what looks like another dry break. It's a little cluster of high balls there on the rail. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. No trouble balls on the table for the low balls here. And float this right back up the table. Shoot the 6. He's got his choice where he wants to play this. He's going to draw back and play the 6 in the side. And then shoot the 2 in the corner. Come right back up between the 10 and 9. Or he may like to draw this ball too. No, he's going to float back up, play the 8, right past the 14. Okay, I can't see things. I'm sorry. I do know this. That was unexpected. And he's not going to get away with that. Yep, give me 1 second. I'll try and get you Joe's score. If not, don't worry about it. It is cold in here. Linda, it's 3-3, and Joe's getting ready to shoot an 8 ball in. And that'll make it 4-3 Joe. So the one thing that I would say, even though Tony's struggling a little bit here, Rick can't leave him a kick shot on this. Tony should kick this ball in from just about anywhere unless he's got to go more than 2 rails. Or unless he leaves a 1 rail long kick where you'd have to cut it. I thought you were ready to do. I was like a second ago, actually. I mean, that's nice that he broke his balls out, but gotta be honest, I don't like leaving that kick shot for a lot of players. Even if he doesn't make it, he's supposed to hit this ball the majority of the times. And if he doesn't make it, he still ties up Rick's 14. Wow. Tony's definitely having an off day. He's going to take a little back cut on the 10 ball here. Cue ball is live, so you got to be careful. I know most of you guys watching are pool players, but if he were to touch that 13 with the cue ball, that would be a fail. Ray Martlin and Bo Newport are getting ready to play on table 6. That'll be a good match to watch. I don't know, I feel like Rick might be shooting a little too loose here. He should get out either way. Shooting loose is good, but can't let yourself get sloppy. This should put Rick on the hill. I won't change the score yet until he actually makes the 8, but he certainly should be on the hill. Oh, you decided to come in, Char?
I'm not talking.
Why not?
This is fancy though. I'm really not gonna say anything. You're ready to leave.
Sorry, I had to fix a little feedback issue. So, just sitting down beside me here, I got Charzette Wright. He says that she doesn't want to say anything. I'm going to see if I can talk her into it.
Good morning, everyone.
You want to put these on?
Don't ask questions.
Okay. There, try and give you a little room so I'll make this a little bigger. So there's a little delay in the video that you're watching here, but if you want to see something close up, you can see it there. So you were helping out yesterday. What were you doing? So were you the check-in girl, or were you the girl being checked out? There you go. So let me ask you, who's your racehorse in this game?
My honest race is my.
No, you don't have to leave yet.
Wait, who's my?
If you had an even money bet, who do you think's gonna win? At this point right now. She's looking around the room and she's trying to figure out a name that she can remember.
Oh, I know some like people in Scott.
Well, let's go with you knew some names.
No, I know. The Lim.
Ray Marlem.
Yes.
He's actually he just got assigned a table. Yeah, that's him on 3 tables down from us. See the black gentleman sitting down here at the table, and then the bald gentleman beside him, and then the guy in the black shirt right past him. That's Ray Marlem. He's playing Bo Newport. So that's if you were going to put a dollar bet right now, that's who you're picking.
Yes.
Well, I think the best
also.
the best play I saw yesterday, I think, was Ronnie Alcoa.
No, I mean that's like a given. You're asking me.
I'm saying I'm talking about just what I actually saw in front of me. Like, okay, Alex Ollinger's a big time favorite,
True.
but honestly,
True story.
he didn't play as good as Ronnie did yesterday. There were actually a couple lower level players that I think played better than Alex. So, and that doesn't mean that I think that they're supposed to win the tournament over him, but if I was gonna put a wager in the field right now. Now, granted, this is the only match that I've watched today. Really haven't had the opportunity to see much else. And this match here, Rick started off playing really well, and he's starting to fade here a little bit. Tony's been making a lot of mistakes. If Tony can get his head back in it, when Rick's fading, Tony can walk through him. But he's got a couple games to make up. Did you watch any matches yesterday?
I watched Joseph.
Which matches did you watch him play?
Well, I watched a few matches. No full matches, just a couple here and
Okay.
there.
Why is that so funny? I mean, I don't know what I saw you last night at the end of the night for that match.
Yes.
Who was that he was playing?
Give me a second.
It was the older guy with the same hairstyle that he's had for the last 40 years. The bowl, like the bowl style haircut.
It wasn't Fearson. Was it?
I can look it up. I mean, here.
Man, you're really putting me on task here.
Do you know what bracket number Joe's in? I think he was in the middle of the bracket on the loser side. Brian Rose, is that it?
Yep.
Alright, so Tony gets that win, so that makes it a 5-4 race. Yeah, so he played Brian Rose. He definitely struggled a little bit, but the last couple of games Joe played pretty good. He just walked through Josh McCauley pretty well. And he's playing Chris Pyle. I think he's definitely the favorite in that match. And then Joe DePascal. I can't see that from here. What name is this?
Greener.
Greener? Okay. So Greener's playing Ponytail Joe. I'm going to go with Ponytail Joe in that, and I would definitely go with Joe over Chris Wilburn. Not that Chris can't get there, but I think he's the favorite. I would expect a JoJo matchup.
JoJo matchup.
That's what I'm calling. And I think if that does happen, I'm willing to bet money that Joe wins. Let's check the chat. Anybody willing to take that bet? If anybody's willing to take that bet, let's make it a thing. Hey, also, let me know. Let's see something here. Make sure this one's not lagging. So one of my computers here is lagging. Put in the comments if any of you guys think anything's lagging. That way I can change the quality of the stream. I'll have to lower it down a little bit to make sure everything keeps coming through. Yeah, he definitely has potential. Was it second or third he got in the last one here?
The second.
I think so.
And
So
he has a
one
great
computer seems to be working, and one computer is having issues. Try disconnecting and reconnecting. Linda, if you're still watching, I think Joe just won another match here. Alright, so not sure why, but one of my computers completely lost its connection. It's okay, I got a cell phone up and I got another computer up, so throw something in the comments. Let me know if everything's still coming through smooth. Okay. You couldn't just ask that? Don't be shy.
I am shy, Scott.
So Charzette sitting right beside me. I'm gonna call you out.
It's okay because I can multitask.
So she's sitting right beside me and she says, sends me a text. Did you tell? Yeah. Hang on one second, I gotta call him. I didn't know. First, it won't even move. I didn't know Rick was standing right there. Alright, I'm not going to call it. I started to get up and saw Rick, so I'll let him go ahead and call it. No, it was definitely a good hit.
Yeah, Rick, you can use it. Somebody else.
So anyhow, Charzette sitting right here beside me. She sent me a text. Did you ask people to subscribe to your channel? Hell yes, I asked people to subscribe to my channel.
Thank you for your response.
So look here, I'll show you here. Not only have I been annoying asking people to subscribe to my channel, I even put graphics up on the screen here, and I'll flash it and move it around for them. And
Sweet. Scott's fancy. You all should see the setup. And I do feel like a celebrity with the microphone set up right.
so after he kicks at this ball, I'm going to show you something else, Char. Oh, camera got bumped.
Well, maybe not that bad.
That was actually probably me that bumped it when I was getting up. Here you go, Char. Watch the instant replay. The slow motion replay while Rick's lining up his shot here. Oh, he's getting ready to shoot. Let's go back. Hang on a sec. And he's going to give Tony ball in hand. I queued it up a little too far back. Without question, that's a good hit.
Great replay. You all remember to ask Scott.
We watched one replay yesterday, one of the first maybe one or two matches, and somebody actually had a bad hit. Josh saw it when it happened, and so I put the replay on, and it was definitely a bad hit, but it went unnoticed. So this is going to make it a hill. He should be able to walk right through this. And I can't remember whose break it is. Just based on you sending me that text message, I'm gonna guess you're bad in meetings.
Actually, I'm a rock star.
No, I mean with your sending stupid messages back and forth. I'm actually I don't know if you've seen that shot there, but Tony just dogged another one. And Linda says hi, Shar.
Hi, Linda. Which Joe? Your Joe? He's still playing. As is mine.
See, now I'm offended. I've been giving you updates. I've been keeping you up to date, letting you know when he wins, and then you're gonna go to somebody else. That's messed up.
I have the radio voice, Scott.
I feel like she's cheating on me right now. You better not be watching any other pool videos either, unless they're mine.
Please subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Wherever your face.
Yeah, my wife tells me that too. I don't believe her either.
I have no comment.
That's what I'm saying. My wife tells me that too. I don't believe her either. The snickering right after, yeah, that helps, Shar. That would have been a good shot for the win there. Good try, man.
Oh, so live. So live.
Is anyone coming up to Bank Shot to watch some of this action? We're just gonna hold tight. Scott's stream. There you have it. Linda's coming.
Yeah, she said she was finishing up some college work, and if Joe won, she was going to come up. I haven't been paying complete attention to Joe's match. I think he should be up. It's either 5-3 or 5-4 right now. But he's got pretty straightforward run here where he's going to pocket a 6 in the corner, play a stop shot, and then he's got the 8 cross corner. We'll find out in just a second if this is his hill game. So this is our hill game though, 5-5. Rick versus Tony. Tony breaks the ball and makes at least one on the side. I couldn't see the rest of the table. Let's see. Looks like he made 2 balls in the break. Yeah. So it's still open table. So Joe did just win that last game, and his opponent is racking, so he should be on the hill now. I'm not sure what his opponent's score is. And Tony just struggling. So this is still an open table. No, even in APA or those type of formats, this would have still been an open table because there was 2 balls made on the break. But anybody just joining in now, this is open till called shot. Can't win or lose on the break. Race to 6. If you scratch on the 8 ball, it's not a loss unless, like you saw, I think it was game 2 or game 3, Rick made the 8 ball and scratched. That is a loss. I think it was that might have been I can't remember which game it was. It was earlier this match. Well, Linda, we'll see you in a few minutes then. So Rick's definitely favoring the high balls here. The 14 gives him an opportunity to break out the 10. Even if he doesn't break it out here, the 15 will go in the side once the 14's gone. And then everything else is pretty straightforward from here. As a matter of fact, I don't know that I would try to break out this 15. I might just shoot the 14, slide down, shoot the 13 in a corner, then the 9 in a corner, and then the 15 in the side. I don't know if you can see the 13 or not. That's the only reason I wouldn't have broke those out. Okay, so it looks like he's going to shoot the 9 ball. I guess the 9 goes past the 8. And that's one of those shots it's hard to see from sitting down so low to the table. If he misses those balls altogether, though, then he doesn't have to worry about being having an off angle or anything. I think the out from here is to play the 9 ball and come 2 rails and then shoot the 15 down in the corner where he's standing right now. And then he'll just follow forward a little bit and shoot the 13 in the corner. He's putting, looks like he's going to put inside on this. Okay, he's probably playing 1. Okay, he did go 2 rails. I thought for a second he might play 1 rail and just float straight back up, but still play the same way. He's got a little bit of an angle here. The only trouble he runs into here, since he's got that angle, brings that 5 ball a little bit more into play. So he may try to just draw back all the way past the opposite side of the 1 ball. Yeah, so he pulled back a little bit. Now he's got the 13. With a little bit of angle, he'll roll to the rail and then shoot the 8 ball in the opposite corner. Wow. I don't know. I tend to have a softer stroke than a lot of people. I slow roll that ball all day, hit 1 rail, and shoot the 8 opposite corner. There's so much traffic right there. You got to hit that ball with such precision. Even if you don't hit that 1 ball, if you come above it, so he's going to call it. He's calling it right in that corner there. I guess he may try to curve this ball a little bit. Tell me. Yeah, spin it. Good response. Yeah, he's gonna try to turn this ball a little bit. Even still, he's not getting up on it enough. I'm pretty sure he called that ball in the corner, didn't he? Yeah. Get it there. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. It's not like anybody's gonna hear you. So he's calling it straight in the corner. I'd really like to get up and go see the angle. So he's gonna throw this ball with a lot of low English, low right hand English. When he was lining up on it before, it didn't look like he was gonna try to masse this at all. And he's got a relatively level cue. Oh. He may be playing a 4-rail shot. And he is not Chris Melling. I just said in Hey Rick, it took us to try to figure out what the
Well, I forgot what I wanted.
right. Well, I'm thinking. When you, yeah. Right. Thinking there's no way he can spin that ball that much from there. I don't even want to say anything yet, because there's been times in the past where I've made a comment and the crazy unfortunate happened.
True story, folks.
What's going on, man? So Tony walks away with that victory. That was a Tony's a great player, but I'm going to say that was an undeserved victory. Tony got away with a lot of mistakes in that match, and I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you the same thing. Either way, keep checking back. We'll be back in about 5 minutes or less with our next match. I'm not sure who it's going to be yet. Wow. Hopefully Tony pulls out the victory for the whole thing now. Maybe he turns his game around and goes all the way.